Hey guys, welcome back to Election Center. In this video, we're going to be doing more of the Political Machine 2020, playing more of this game. And, don't worry, my channel is not going to exclusively be about this game now, but I came up with a really interesting scenario because I created a custom candidate. And so we're going to be doing, I'll show you who I did, but we're going to be doing the hardest difficulty because when we're just playing against the computer AI, it's not really too much of a challenge unless we do the max difficulty. But yeah, I'm going to select Republican, and I created Ross Perot. So yeah, we're going to be playing as Ross Perot, and you guys know who he is, I'm sure, or a lot of you do. Independent candidate in the 1992 U.S. presidential election, did really well for a third party, and he created the Reform Party to run for president and he ran under that party in 1996. I don't know if it was created for that presidential run or what, but yeah, Ross Perot. And so I'm just going to show you a little bit here. I decided to make him a Republican because, he wasn't a Democrat or Republican, but he endorsed Mitt Romney in 2012, and I think, in 2008. He endorsed George W. Bush in 2000, so I just felt like, okay, he seems to be endorsed a little bit more favoring Republicans. But yeah, his stats here, I gave him active stamina, smart intelligence. I didn't give him Biden liberalism here, so I'll actually just go back. Yeah, active stamina, magnetic charisma, smart intelligence, media bias. I think he was kind of disliked maybe just by sort of how they sort of treated him in the press, gave him a lot of sort of scandal, I guess you could say. He was an outsider, right? I gave him that as experience. He was not like, a politician. I gave him unappealing minority appeal. I don't think he really did too well in terms of getting minority votes. And I gave him tycoon in terms of starting money because he was a billionaire. And in terms of his ideology, I gave him straight talk express, which I'm not 100% sure what that means. I assume it just means, talking straight, telling it like it is. And that's sort of kind of like how I think of Perot and part of his appeal. For his description, I just wrote businessman, 1992-96, presidential candidate, Reform Party founder. So anyway, we're going to go with Bill Clinton, and we're going to play against... we're going to go with Ross Perot, and we're going to play against Bill Clinton. Here, you see his stats, his description here. He's an establishment Democrat. But yeah, we're going to get started here. And, he ran against Bill Clinton in the 1992 and 96 presidential elections. So, yeah, that's why we're running against Bill Clinton. We're going to start off, I guess, let's visit California here. Give a speech about the environment. Remember, we don't want to be too non-Republican, but Ross Perot wasn't a Republican, so we don't have to constrict ourselves that much. And by the way, let me know in the comments if you think the guy I customized here looks like Ross Perot. I tried to make him look as much like Ross Perot as I could, but I think we have the lead in California now. We're out of stamina. We're winning substantially. Town hall has appeared. We'll go get it. We'll get this question mark here. And I should show you guys the issue stances maybe at some point. Well, I guess you'll see, but we're going to get these ideology points. That's probably what affects the ideology points. We will endorse... See, I don't really agree with all this. Or, sorry, it's not that I don't agree, it's that I don't know if Ross Perot would agree with all this. That could be a flaw in my creation of him. So he's not like a compassionate conservative. But maybe since he's a Republican, they just give us these. Because I made him support things like taxing the rich and whatnot. He actually did support these. I made him pro-choice. I also, I think, gave him maybe some more conservative positions too, but we'll endorse, I guess, traditional values. And then from there, we can endorse pro-life. He was not pro-life. We can endorse caring for military veterans. I'm sure he was fine with that. Should we endorse a smaller government? Increase defense spending? We'll go with a smaller government because we got to endorse something. I'm I'm just hoping a smaller government doesn't really too much violate him. I mean, I don't think that it really too much violates what he believed in, but we'll go to Illinois here. We'll just go to the next turn. Now we'll give a speech here in Illinois about stopping the coronavirus. Let's go to Florida. We'll give a speech about funding NASA. And how are we doing here? We're doing quite well. Let's visit New York. It may be that we have that mix of liberal and conservative positions that's really helping us. Well, next turn we'll buy an operative. If we need to, we'll do it this time. Get ideology points. Deficit reduction, that's so major for Perot. That's like what he's all about. We definitely don't want to endorse corporate tax cuts. That's not really what Perot is like. He wanted to increase taxes on the wealthy and reduce spending. He really cared about the deficit, you know, so. And yeah, I think he also mentioned, you know, he was not in favor of cutting taxes on corporations, at the very least. And I think he would have maybe preferred raising taxes on big corporations. But, you know, he wanted to lower taxes on other people, you know, small businesses and whatnot. Or people starting a business. But we'll visit Michigan. Talk about the auto industry here. And, you know, we seem to be just doing very well at the beginning here. But I feel like that could change any minute. We are at the hardest difficulty, remember? So this is not going to be an easy cakewalk like a lot of times it is on just normal difficulty, where it almost just feels a little too easy. We're going to get our town hall here. You have 6 ideology points. And I think he might have liked something along the lines of energy independence. He liked, you know, economic nationalism. So I feel like that could fit within his ideology. Is there anywhere where we're behind where we can sort of come in and try to take the lead? Hawaii, it looks like. Maybe just a speech here and a visit here in Hawaii will help us. The environment, yeah. I think he recognized, you know, or he talked of a need to, you know, he talked about the environment and stuff. So it was he had recognized there needed to be something done about it. But we'll create a smear merchant here, send it to Maryland. And look at these polls, guys. 531 electoral votes for Ross Perot, 7 for Bill Clinton. We're leading by 11 points in the popular vote. It's going good. But we're only 6 weeks in here. We've been invited to the Ben Sharp show. I think we all know who this is a parody of, Ben Shapiro. He's talking about transgender people here. He was, I don't know. I feel like he's normally took sort of the middle of the road, maybe on these sort of BTQ issues. I don't know. But I don't know if he would have been like in support of something like this. I hope this is kind of a middle of the road answer. And I think maybe he would say we need a pathway to citizenship, maybe something like that. Perot worries independence. I don't know. What's going on? Maybe it's just because we're a Republican and we're trying to take some more liberal positions. Let's visit Florida. See, Perot would have wanted to cut, not cut Social Security. I think he talked about cutting Social Security for those who don't need it. Maybe replacing it with something else, or maybe it was just part of his plan to reduce the deficit. Let's just go with stopping COVID. Obviously, he would support stopping COVID. And, you know, we're not playing as necessarily the actual Ross Perot, we're just playing as this candidate, so I guess we can technically do something that violates his stances. You know, I'm sure that happens all the time when I'm playing some politician from today. I just do whatever I want. One that they have in the game here. We're gonna create a spin doctor. Send it to New York. Send it New York's way. Come on. There we go. They got 38 electoral votes to our 500. Get this question mark. Take what this hacker's selling us. We got 2 fixers. So once these Bill Clinton operatives, if they start showing up, we can use our fixers to get rid of them. We'll give a speech about deficit reduction for sure. I wonder how much that made deficit reduction rise up the ranks in its importance. Let's see, where is deficit reduction here? I don't even see it. Well, now we're talking about blue-collar jobs. And go to the next turn. Town hall has appeared for us. Gonna go get this town hall. Bill Clinton endorsed an ideology. He's gonna get a boost, I think. Yeah, he has 126 electoral votes. Bill Clinton is officially up to Michael Dukakis levels. We're not gonna do an ideology right now. I think we should just swap these out. Let's put the smear merchant in New York, the spin doctor in Maryland. Okay, we need both, it looks like. Or let's just purchase a new operative, actually. They're getting cheap. We're gonna go to another state where we're behind. We're gonna build an HQ in Florida. We're still behind in Florida, so we'll do a stopping COVID speech. You see, I feel like maybe today, I don't know, would Perot be slightly more Democrat than Republican? Maybe Republican was the wrong choice, even though it looked like in recent history he was endorsing Republican candidates at the presidential level, from what I've seen. But he did have that mismatch, mix and match kind of more left and right. He didn't really fit within the two parties, but let's say some ideology points would be nice, I guess. We're not a compassionate conservative. I don't want to do that. We'll say, would he have done this? Well, whatever, it doesn't matter. We'll just do it. It's probably not worth all 9 of those ideology points, though. We'll consider doing some sort of ideology thing in a moment here. But first, we're going to do the other things. Oh, California, we got to get some action here. Do a spin doctor. We're doing very well in California now. We're going to use up our remaining stamina on a fundraiser. We're barely behind by Connecticut. I think just one visit will give us the lead. And so we've sort of hit a roadblock with ideologies. We have to endorse one of these. I guess that's how it always is, but I wonder what increased defense spending would branch off into. Do compassionate conservatism. We're behind in Massachusetts. We can't do anything though. Let's get this question mark. We got 2 more fixers. What were we gonna do? Visit Massachusetts. here. We're gonna run an ad in Massachusetts about stopping COVID. We could do taxing the rich, which he kind of would have supported. Yeah, I think he would. But that could lead to our party rebelling against us. That's the thing that happens in this game, I think. For his running mate, we're going to go with Mitt Romney, who he endorsed in 2012. For those, just in case you guys didn't know, Ross Perot is actually no longer alive. I believe he died. Yeah, he died recently, like within the past year or two, I think. We're barely behind in Rhode Island. So, are we ahead in California? We're not. We're not ahead in California. I feel like Ross Perot is just a really strong candidate. I do not think I normally do this well with the max difficulty setting on. We're behind in Delaware. I'm used to Delaware being really hard to break in because I normally play against like Joe Biden. Or I do a lot, or have been recently. But yeah, Delaware's not going to really be a big issue for us this time. We're going to want... When we get this guy, I think we'll just go with cash. We'll get rid of Bill Clinton's fixer. First Bill Clinton operatives have started to appear on the scene. And where else do we need to improve? Is he heading Washington? No. New Jersey. We'll just hang out in New Jersey for the rest of the turn. Or we could have done a fundraiser since we had 3 stamina left. Give a speech about stopping COVID here in New Jersey. Let's visit Delaware real quick. Give us a quick speech about stopping COVID. I'm assuming Bill Clinton picked up California here. Yes, he did. We've gotten back California. And we're going to do a fundraiser at the start of this next turn here. Because we're low on cash. Let's do 2 fundraisers. What now? Illinois. Oh, Bill Clinton operatives here in California. We'll go in, take that away. And now Bill Clinton is down to a paltry 9 EVs. EVs means electoral votes. I just said EVs for some reason. So where is he ahead? Arkansas. That's going to be more tough because it's his home state. He must be ahead in like Arkansas. Yeah, Arkansas and Vermont. Gonna go ahead one more turn. We've been invited on the later show. I'm assuming this is the late show. Alright, a bunch of stuff is happening right now. So they must have gotten rid of our operatives, a lot of them. And there's some sort of breaking news behind this show invitation. But we're going to go on the later show here. So we're going to say, I do what's right for the country. And do what's best for yourself, they're asking. I'd put the country first every time, so. Okay, I almost just want to do this because it's one of those witty, it's not really a witty, but Perot is kind of into those like little witty one-liners almost. We'll say America's want a president they can rely on. Student loan bubble bursts. Now we get to see the breaking news. Student loan reform and reducing unemployment raised in all states. The importance of that. Let's see if we have anything good to endorse in terms of ideology. A uniter, not a divider. That's a good one. So let's go to Arkansas. And we'll talk about, I guess, border protection. We're low on cash. We're not that low, but we don't have enough. But let's just get these ideology points, I think. I think that was actually a bad move to get the ideology points. Should have taken one of the other things we were being offered. New York slipped for us because they took all of our New York operatives. How dare they? Yeah, New York. Oh, okay, we're getting their operative out of California here. Get out. They have 2 operatives. It looks like. Let's like zoom in. I feel like that's 2. See, it's like becomes blue when I zoom out. Yeah, that was 2. Now we're back in the lead in California. They have New York here. Talk about good jobs. Talk about stopping COVID. This gives us, no, it doesn't quite give us New York. Next time we'll do a fundraiser, and then hopefully we can buy like an operative. Get a smear merchant to go in here. Alright, so next turn I'm going to buy a fixer and get rid of their... Oh, they took it out of California, whatever. So we'll give another speech here in New York. They are starting to put operatives here. They're getting rid of our operatives so quickly. What are the stats? 15 to 523. We're still doing amazing. Go to the next turn here. We're ahead in New York, even though they have a smear merchant going against us. Alright, they are smearing us in Pennsylvania. We gotta buy this spin doctor, I think. Counter them. What are they doing? Jeez. They're just destroying us everywhere. Wow, this is honestly kudos to them for making such a comeback, but why do they have to take all of our operatives? Come on. Well, we're just gonna shove everything out back into California. Or over to California, everything we have. Or maybe not. That was enough to give us California. We're behind by 9 in New York. We have a lot of enthusiasm left to get, though. How is Florida doing? Well, we can't do anything without funds. So we'll just... I think on this turn I'm just gonna only do a bunch of fundraisers here in New York or something. Yeah. Got us up to 1 million. The fixers are still really expensive right now. For now, we're just jumping ship in terms of New York. Let's get these ideology points and endorse No Child Left Behind, maybe? I'm just reading what this is. I mean, he was into education, but I don't know if he would have been into No Child Left Behind. But we'll just endorse it. So, do we have room to improve right now? I really would like to get New York. We have a town hall open for us here in Hawaii. I don't think we have enough for anything. Yeah, only 8. That's not enough for anything. Behind in Illinois. Nah, let's not do anything in Illinois. I just want to find if there's one place where we're just on the brink of taking the lead here. Washington, there's our spot. Hang out, or we'll do a fundraiser with our remaining stamina. Are we heading Washington yet? Nope. Give a speech. And we need some operative action. Would like to buy those fixers, but they're really expensive right now. He's just getting rid of all our operatives. Come on. Are we losing the election now? No, no. Our lead's a little too solid for that. We've lost all of our operatives. What? Well, we got New York because I guess they shifted their resources around in that way, but... Let's see, can we take Pennsylvania? First, let's get Michigan here. Talk about the auto industry. These operatives are just so expensive right now. Let's go to the next turn. Comes down to the wire. I think we're going to win this election, folks, but I don't think it's going to be a landslide like I was wanting. Let's see how these operatives are. Let's just wait for him to do his stuff and settle down. He just started smearing us in Iowa, I see. Alright, he's done. So what is our most logical move? Can we take the lead in California somehow? Don't think we can. But is there anywhere where we're behind and we can take the lead? Definitely Colorado here. How about some of these states? Maryland for sure. And Florida, you know, that enthusiasm difference. Okay, we just took the lead in Maryland. We just want to most efficiently as possible utilize our remaining stamina. I just am looking for any state where you could take the lead here. Alright, we'll just give one more speech in Maryland. Got good jobs. And we have enough to buy an operative here. So where can we use that? I think it's going to be most beneficial for us in Florida. So we're going to bring this smear merchant over to Florida. Because that's the highest number of electoral votes we can get. Alright, I think we've done everything we can. Ladies and gentlemen, what are the polls showing? They show us ahead by 4 points, winning the electoral vote by a lot. 440 electoral votes to 98 electoral votes. We'll see how everything else turns out as well. Let's go. It's election night. Ross Perot versus Bill Clinton. We take an early lead. I'm very confident we're going to win. I don't know if maybe we technically have a chance to lose. We got Maryland. We lost Pennsylvania. We got Florida. Alright. We're doing well. We're doing well. We got Michigan, I think. Yes. I don't think we got Illinois, no. We're about to win. We won, ladies and gentlemen. It was all worth it. We won. Bill Clinton's way behind with 43 electoral votes. We only won the popular vote by 5, though. We got Colorado. Curious about some of these margins. I don't think we got California at the end. Yeah, no. The polls were exactly right, folks. It was 440 electoral votes for Perot, 98 for Bill Clinton. Keep in mind, there's no districts for Maine and Nebraska, and there's no Washington, D.C. So it probably would be more fair to say he got 101 because of D.C. and we got 437. D.C.'s electoral votes are just added to Maryland in this. I mean, Maryland is 13 to 10, which maybe, I don't know if that affects how blue or red Maryland is in this game. I think that's probably not the case, but anyway, we won. I think by 5 points in the popular vote here. Let's look at what it is on here. So 98 electoral votes for Bill Clinton, 440 for us. He got 68.87 million votes to our 74.61 million votes. He spent so much money, almost $40 million, 39.86, to our 7.62. He spent 17 ideology points to our 49. So let's look at the issues too. We're winning all the issues. We won every issue except for second stimulus package and hashtag Black Lives Matter. So we won 8 issues to his 2 issues. The score, he got a higher score somehow. So I don't know how the score thing works. He got 980 or 440, which I don't get how that works. I mean, we won the election. We got more votes, everything. I don't think money spent. Why would that affect your score? But anyway, how many states did Bill Clinton win? 1, 2, 3. He only won 4 states. We won 46 of the 50 states of the Union. Let's check out these margins. We lost California by 13% in the end. He just killed our operatives off. All of them. I don't think we have a single operative here, except for that one in Florida that we got right at the end. Colorado, we ended up winning by 5. We won Oregon by 1. Washington by 5. New Mexico, we just barely got that. Arizona here, I don't recall this really being focused on too much. It was just 17. We won it by 17. Wasn't a big contest necessarily. We won Texas by 11, his home state. We won Bill Clinton's own home state of Arkansas, I'm seeing. Minnesota by 11. Iowa by 5. Missouri by 3. Arkansas, we beat him in his own home state by 5%, guys. Louisiana by 19. Let's check out Florida. We got up by 5. We got Georgia very solid, 19 points. North Carolina by a very solid 17 points. Virginia by a very solid 9%. Let's check out Illinois. He got it by 3. What are you going to do? We barely got Michigan by 1. Ohio by 5. Indiana by 13. Pennsylvania, we lost it by a point, guys. But New York is what I'm curious about here. 5 points. That's a 5-point win for us. Let's check out Massachusetts, which we won by 7%. Maryland by 3. Delaware by a full 15. New Jersey by 5. And I'll just look at this last one here. Rhode Island by 13. But yeah, there's a bunch of states here. We easily got Wyoming. Montana was pretty close. That's a state Bill Clinton won in 1992. But yeah, you guys can look at the exact percentages here if you want on these issues and whatnot. But yeah, this was definitely interesting. So definitely let me know your guys' thoughts about this. If you think maybe I did a good job making Perot as a candidate, I might be able to like show you guys the exact stuff I did for his issues. I guess I won't do that in this video. You guys also will probably be able to see sort of the exact stuff I did based off of what type of options were showing up. But yeah, this was definitely interesting to do. And if you guys got any other sort of ideas for custom candidates I could do like this, definitely let me know. I just thought this was a really interesting scenario to do. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video and thought it was interesting, and I'll see you in the next Election Center video. Bye, guys.